Imagine writing the same code again and again in your projects. It becomes hard to manage, hard to debug, and hard to scale. That's exactly why Python gives us powerful feature called functions. In this video, you will learn everything about functions. You will learn how to create your own functions, pass data into them, return results, and design clean, reusable, and professional code. Let's start building smarter programs using functions. So what is a function? A function is a reusable block of code that performs a specific task, and it helps you avoid repetition and make your code organized. And what is the syntax of a function? It is very easy in Python. Every function starts with a def keyword followed by the function name and parentheses. Let's create a greet function that will greet me every time I call the function. For example, let's say def and greet function name and then parentheses, now colon, and then we'll simply print hello, welcome to the Python. Now how can we call the function? We'll simply use the function name with the parentheses and execute the code, and the result will be, we can create parameters with the functions as well. So parameter is the value that a function receives when it is called. Let's create a function with the parameter. For example, let's say def and greet. Now we will provide parameter, and parameter is name, and let's say print and hello and then name. Now we will provide name when we are calling function greet, and let's say in the parameters we will provide name Peter, and if we execute the code, the result will be hello Peter. We can add as many parameters as we want. Let's create a function with the two parameter. Let's say add and a comma b. Now let's say print and we will add a plus b, and let's call a function add and let's pass values 5 comma 4, and let's execute the code, and the result is 9. Python has a built-in keyword return that can return values from the function. Until now we were just using a print function that just prints values on the screen. Now we will use a return keyword. Let's create a function def add, let's say a comma b and colon. Now we will return a plus and b. Let's say nothing, just created, we'll declare a variable result is equals to add and then add function, and then we'll pass values to the function. Let's say 5 and 20, or can say 10. Now print the result. So where is the error? So the result is printed in 15. We can also specify default parameters in a function. Let's create a function and provide a default parameter. Let's say def greet and function parameter name equals to, let's say, guest. Now this is a default parameter. Now if I print hello and name, now let's call a function greet. If we don't provide a parameter here, any value here, Python will specify and return a guest or a default parameter. Now if we specify parameter, let's say if I specify parameter and provide as name, let's say Peter. Now the Peter will be printed instead of default parameter. You might know keyword arguments in Python. Let's help me create a function and then we'll call it using keyword arguments. So let's say, for example, def user name and age and print name age. Now let's call a function using keyword arguments. User, let's say age equals to 25 and name is equals to Peter. Now, even though I passed age first and name second, Python still prints the correct result. Let's execute the code. And why? Because this is called queued arguments. Here age is matched with the age parameter and name is matched with the name parameter. So the order does not matter anymore. Python matches values by their parameter names, not by positions. So how can a function accept unlimited numbers in Python? Look at this function. Let's say def total and star numbers colon print numbers. Now we call it like this: total 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma. That's it. So that star before numbers is very important. Start number means this function can receive any number of arguments. Python automatically packs all the values into tuple. Let's execute the code. And 10, 20, and 30 are printed. And there are two types of variables in Python: local variables, global variables. Local variables created inside a function cannot be accessed outside a function, and global variables created anywhere in a program can be accessed anywhere in a program. Let's create a global variable. For example, x is equals to 10. Now let's create a function def and name it test. Let's say x is equals to 5. So this 5x is equal to 5 is a local variable. Let's print x and let's call a function test and let's say print x. So the first function, the result is now here 5. This test basically function calls local variable, which is 5, and this print is basically prints global variable, which is x is equal to 10. We can also create a global variable inside a function. Let's create a global variable. So let's, for example, we have a general global variable x is equal to 10. Now let's create a function def and we can name it change and colon. Now we have a global keyword for making the variable global. X is equal to global. Now x is equals to 20. Now let's call a function change and also print x. Let's execute the code and result will be 20 because this global variable will make this value a global value and it will replace this value. So we have a 20 now. Now let's create a nested function. So function inside a function is called nested function. Let's say this is an outer function and colon, let's say def, and this is a nested function inside a function, and let's say print inner function. So this is a nested function and let's say inner function, and then we can call outer function and let's execute the code. Python also allows Lambda functions. So a Lambda function is a small anonymous function. Let's create a function that will add two values. Let's say example Lambda and a comma b colon a plus and b. Now let's say print add and then provide values. So a function can add and the result is 8. So 3 plus 5 is 8. Let's create a docstring. Docstring basically explains what your function does. Now let's say, for example, def add and a comma b colon. Now we will explain by using quotation marks. So this function will add two numbers. Now let's return a plus b. That's it. Let's create a recursion function now. Let's say def factorial and let's say parameter n, and let's say if n is equal 1, then return 1 and then return n multiply by factorial n minus 1, so it will call itself. Let's say factorial provide 3. Let's execute the code, and the result is 6. Now let's code a real example, and we will create a calculator using functions. Let's say def add a comma b, return a plus b, and then we will create another function that will subtract a comma b, colon, return a dash b is. Now let's create another function that will multiply, def multiply a comma b and return a multiply by b. And let's create another function, divide a comma b, return a forward slash b. Now let's print add, let's provide values 10 comma 5 and print subtract 10 comma 5, and let's say print multiply 10 comma 5, and let's say print divide 10 comma 5, and let's execute the code, and the result is 15, 5, 50 and 2. Now you have fully understand everything about the Python functions, how to define and call functions, parameters and return values, default and keyword arguments, scope and global variables, lambda functions, recursion, and real-world use cases. Functions are the foundation of clean and professional Python programs. In the next lesson, we will move into modules and packages. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and keep learning Python with me.